think since I found out that I will be in charge of the EDS, I've been really pleased. And since we start training on the 4th of July, everything's been perfect. I find a group who are really exciting, who want to work really hard and work well. So I think for me and the rest of my staff is fantastic. Going to pre-season is quite important because this is where you build your team spirit, this is where you build your personal physique, and this is when the manager will want to take the best of the team tactically, technically, and I know how the pre-season is important. When I was young, I was a big fan of Paris Saint-Germain, of course, because growing up in the suburb of Paris, Paris Saint-Germain was my team. And I used to love players like Vieira, David Ginola, who was my idol. So, but I think as well around the '84, we had quite a really strong French national team with Platini, Tigana, Gires and Luis Fernandez. So I grew up watching these boys play and I fell off with the game even more.
And what were you like as a teenager at the age your players are at?
I always wanted to play with my friends, you know. Football was a passion, was love. And we always wanted to win with style, to be honest. When I was young, I started to play as a number 10 and never liked to score goals, but always wanted to give the last pass for the other ones to score. And for me, football has always been collective, the pleasure to play with each other, and that is why I always love football.
Who were your main influences for you as a footballer before you made your first team debut, the kind of early influences?
I've been really lucky because when I grew up, I always had an important person around me who really believed in my ability and pushed me to give the best all the time. So when I was still outside Paris, he was the gentleman called Mr. Jacques Otef, who was coming to pick me up at home and taking me to the training, and after training bring me back at home. And I think that's his help my mom to let me go and play. And I think this person was really important for me at the early age. And when I moved from there, I went to my first football school in Tours. I had this manager who, since the first day, believed on me and pushing me all the time. And from playing as a number 10, he dropped me to number 6 and told me that that is the place I have to play if I really want to make it. So I think having these people helping me to make the right decision, I think helped me to be the player I was.
Giving responsibility to the players is something that I've noticed is very important. You were made captain at Cannes at the age of 19 years old. That must have been a great honour, and it's quite unusual as well.
Yeah, it was a big honour, and it was a responsibility on my shoulder at the early age. And something I can tell you is that when you are between 18 and 21, you want to be treated as a responsible person, and that is a message I'm sending to the players. I've got 100% trust on them, and I will treat them as an early professional football player. I will exchange with them. I will want them to make the decision, of course, and I'm quite really open. So of course I will give them the tools they will need to improve themselves, but I will look after as well for them to take responsibility, to take leadership, and I think that is the only way they can improve. I don't mind about making a mistake, because we're all making a mistake, and that is the mistake will make them improve, will make them grow up. But I'm looking forward for them to take responsibility.
And of course, you've worked under some of the greatest managers of recent times. What will you take a little bit from each of them and make your own style? Is that?
Yeah, I think I've been really lucky because I work under Fabio Capello, Arsène Wenger, José Mourinho, Aimé Jacquet in the French national team, and I would say a few of the best managers around the world. And each one of them bring me something to improve me as a player, and I just want to transmit that knowledge to the players, and I think that's going to be really important for me to do.
And did you always know that you wanted to be a manager?
No, not at all. To be honest, I'm quite surprised because at the early stage of my career, if you're asking me if I was going to a managerial role, I would say to you, no chance. But I think I grew up through the years, and the last 2 years I spent at the football club, going to every department and spending time at the academy, I started to fall in love with coaching, and I feel like I can transfer my knowledge to the players. Going to the B license, going to the A license, and having an understanding about what's required to be a good manager, and I feel really comfortable with it. Of course, I still need to learn a lot. I still need to get used to that role, but so far so good. I love it. I have a wonderful team around me, and I really enjoy it so far.